What a weekend!
What a weekend! Fantastic weekend! You know how we do it, man.
Yes.
Hey, but Manchester United fans are worried right now.
Charlie, I'm worried for them. Do you understand?
Big issue right now. Is it that Jose Mourinho? No, he was say the players.
Or the players
don't know because so many theories.
Or do they need some Yantechic intervention?
You know, Manchester United are Red Devils. I am told one of the Devils has given his life to Christ. And so things are. I'm also told the Fred they got in the summer was not the Fred who. It looks like what Fred Amugi.
Okay. I thought you were going to say Fred Smith.
So who they call Sam?
Charlie.
Before I realized I can't be forgotten.
You know
Manchester United
about
now who with a simple question to you guys. I beg, a very, very simple question to you. Our investigations indicates that today is Ridwan Ibrahim Asante's birthday.
No, I know it.
I am being very cautious.
Who released the investigative reports? Because I have contacted with one.
I think we have Tiger P at home. This is Tiger P3. Please. Happy birthday to Ridwan.
Happy birthday to Ridwan.
You know how we do it.
Yes.
So the sports center will be brought
I wanted to say
now.
something here, but
no. Let's go ahead.
Okay, so the Sports Center was brought to you by MTN. Welcome to the new world. Standard Chartered Bank here for good. FPAC blows your pain away. Multi TV just thrills, and Cowbell Gold Energy for winners. Observe the 3 golden rules to keep your MTN Momo account safe and secure. Keep your MTN Momo pin safe. It's your secret. Don't give away your MTN Momo transaction details, and perform all your MTN Momo transactions yourself. Keep your account safe and secure, and continue to enjoy a fast and convenient MTN Momo experience. Just dial *170# and just Momo it everywhere you go. Another academic year is here with us, and Standard Chartered is ready to welcome back our students with vim in the Standard Chartered Pay with Ease promo. Between now and the end of September, students of University of Ghana and KNUST can pay their academic and facility user fees at any Standard Chartered branch across the country and win lots of goodies including iPads, flat screen TVs, branded notepads, pens and many more. You can make your payment at any of our collection points on UG Legon main campus, Accra City campus and KNUST main campus when you return to school to begin your registration, or simply pay ahead before school reopens and present your slip as our campus branches to redeem your prize. Welcome back to school the Standard Chartered way. Have a semester to remember. Standard Chartered here for good.
And coming up, you know what, Daniel? We're coming back from a weekend where the Spanish and Italian leagues return. The EPL entered its second week with Manchester United suffering a humiliating 3-2 defeat at Brighton, while rival City thumped Huddersfield 6-1.
Mendy's ball in! Brilliantly finished! Sergio Aguero has his treble. Mendy has made another goal. Manchester City have 6. Out, teasing Lacazette. Alonso, 3-2. Eden Hazard, the creator again for Chelsea, are back in front with 10 minutes to go.
Lamella makes a surging run into the penalty area, finds Harry Kane, and Harry Kane scores. And Harry Kane finally finds the back of the net to break his duck in the month of August, to seal the 3 points for Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur 3, Fulham 1. For it, and it's in. It's a goal. It's 3-1 to Brighton. De Gea went down to his right. Gross went down the middle. He got a touch to it with his left leg.
So Manchester United did not show the right attitude in their surprise Premier League defeat to Brighton, according to captain Paul Pogba. Brighton, who beat Jose Mourinho's side at their next stadium in May to retain their top flight status, stand the visitors by scoring 3 goals in the first half and won 3-2.
What happened today is that we lost. We lost in the attitude that we had today. I don't think we deserve to win. From the start of the game, those games are the hardest game to play maybe against a smaller club than Manchester United. The attitude that we had is not like we wanted to beat them. They had more anger than us, and I think they show in the pitch. Then I put myself first, that my attitude wasn't right enough. Keep trying, keep pushing, and it's going to be a big lesson for us.
Jose Mourinho says the mistakes on the day were costly.
Mistakes. We made mistakes, and we were punished by the mistakes. Sometimes you make mistakes, but you are not punished. Imagine if in the penalty Gross
it's the post. We wouldn't be punished by that mistake. We were punished by every mistake we made. So congratulations to them. They deserve.
Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola is a happy man after his side beat Huddersfield by 6-1. Aguero opening the scoring in the first half before adding 2 goals after the break to complete his 13th career hat-trick and 9th in the Premier League.
Last season Huddersfield played 5 in the back, did 4, but the concept was so deep in attacking that way. We decide today, I don't know what's going to be in the future. We play with 2 strikers, with Sergio and Gabriel, and they connect really, really well. But in general, all the players, they made a good performance.
Chelsea were 3-2 winners over Arsenal. But the good news is Eden Hazard says he would not leave the club before the European transfer window shuts on 31st August. Big one there. Now, we have to talk about it because we know Liverpool will play Crystal Palace later tonight. But Ronaldo did not score on his Juventus debut as the Serie A got underway. And there's a shock defeat for Inter Milan. Moses Yeboah has a wrap of what happened elsewhere in the major European leagues.
Federico Bernardeschi scored in stoppage time to make Cristiano Ronaldo a winner in his Juventus debut as the Italian champions rallied to win 3-2 at Chievo Verona on Saturday. Ronaldo may have been kept out of the score sheet in his first game in Serie A, but his teammates did just enough to earn 3 points to open the season. Napoli were made to work for their first 3 points of the Serie A campaign, but eventually took the spoils after a 2-1 win over Lazio as Lorenzo Insigne and Ciro Immobile traded stunning goals in Carlo Ancelotti's first game in charge. World Cup winner Kylian Mbappe came off the bench to score twice as French champions Paris Saint-Germain made a second-half comeback to secure a 3-1 win over Kingham in Ligue 1 on Saturday. PSG, who topped the Ligue 1 standings, host Angers next weekend. Lionel Messi scored Barcelona's 6,000th goal in La Liga on Saturday to put his side ahead in their season-opening 3-0 win against Alaves. Messi spectacularly sent a free kick under the jumping Alaves wall in the 64th minute to push Barcelona onto 6,000 goals from their 2,801 games since 1929. Only Real Madrid have scored more goals in the league with 6,041 in 2,800 games. Speaking of Real Madrid, they got off to a winning start in La Liga on Sunday by comfortably beating neighbours Getafe 2-0 at home with an inspiring performance from Gareth Bale in the European Champions First League game in the post-Cristiano Ronaldo era.
We have to talk about that era, the post-Cristiano Ronaldo era at Real Madrid, because it began the way the pre-Cristiano Ronaldo era ended with a half full Santiago Bernabeu, just 48,466. Now that happened, in 2008-2009 season. How about the Ghanaian players? Rafael Jamna did not disappoint on his debut for Levante by creating a goal in the win over Real Betis. Free Aqua showed real class after stamping his authority in the middle of the park for Empoli there. We know Alfred Duncan was pivotal for Sassuolo as they shocked Inter Milan by 1-0. Kevin Prince Boateng scoring as well. Playing for the victors there, and Kwadwo Asamoah also handed a 90 minutes there to play. We also know Baba Rahman did very well, played 90 minutes for Schalke in the 2-0 win over Schweinfurt in the first round of the DFB Pokal. So now, back home, and Ghanaian champions Adriano Stars have been eliminated from the 2018 CAF Confederations Cup after losing 2-0 to ASEC Mimosa and Doma yesterday. The result leaves AS Vita at the top with 10 points. The Moroccans are second with 8 points, and ASEC have moved up, with those points there. Adriana dropped to the foot of the table with 4 points and have no mathematical chance of progressing. Head coach Kenichi Yatohashi attributes the defeat to the absence of key men.
We had many injuries, which we sustained like 3 new injuries last weekend against Division 1 club, which we already know that they play a very rough game. Well, I didn't want to play, but I have to play. We lost 3 players from starting spot. Everybody on the bench had some kind of injury today. So we had only 11 healthy players to start. So I had no option to play him, but to force other players who had an injury to play, I think it's a big risk.
Adriana Chief Executive Officer Albert Comey sharply disagrees.
I think that the team did not gel well. I also have issues with the coach's system that he played. 4-1-4-1, if you are playing home, I think it's more of a defensive than attacking. Yesterday I asked those questions, and he's a coach. He decided to go by those formulas. For me, I have to be very honest. I have to give the praise have to go to ASEC.
Alistair Ross has the rest of the Confederations Cup story this weekend.
DR Congo's Vita Club from Group A, and Group B's RSB Bakania of Morocco and Al Masry of Egypt have become the first teams to book their places in the last 8 of the Confederation Cup, with wins on Sunday. Kara Brazzaville's 3-1 win over Williamsville of Ivory Coast, coupled with Nigeria's Enyimba winning 1-0 over Mali's Jaliba with an injury time penalty, means Jaliba are out, but any 2 of the other 3 can still qualify. Shock defeats for joint Group D leaders Gor Mahia and USM Alger means qualification there is going to go to the final game as well.
Meanwhile, holders Wydad Casablanca of Morocco and Ahly of Egypt managed 1-0 victories to reach the quarterfinal of the CAF Champions League. Wydad and Ahly joined DR Congo, Stipe Mazembe, along with Tunisia's Joe Etoli Sahel and Esperance, who had already advanced to the last 8. Nigeria football and the country's dream of playing in the next Africa Cup of Nations could be over before most of the qualifiers are even played. The next qualifiers against, it's actually in less than 3 weeks, but the Football Federation is hours away from being suspended by the world governing body and barred from international football. Nigerian football journalist Oluwashina Okeleji has the latest on the story.
Well, there's been a bit of a conversation between rival factions. Also, people close to the situation have actually told me that the government have been speaking to the FIFA recognized Amaju Pini group, and they are trying to prevent this problem from escalating and of course leading to a ban. The problem really is that the sports minister has been very, very very strong and using strong words against FIFA, because remember, FIFA rejected his request to visit Zurich to actually discuss with them. They said they do not recognize him and they are not ready to speak to him, and that FIFA President Infantino is not even available to speak to him, and they rejected that. And he's been talking very tough. He said he's not afraid of FIFA. He doesn't want FIFA to dictate to him how to run affairs in Nigeria, and FIFA law does not supersede Nigerian law. But I understand from some government top officials that this situation will be resolved and Nigeria will avoid a ban.
Boxing and Tyson Fury will fight Deontay Wilder for the WBC heavyweight title in November or December. According to promoter Frank Waring, Fury registered a unanimous points victory over Francesco Pinetta on Saturday in only his second fight since returning from a 2.5-year spell out of the sport. Boxing commentator Michael Sale says it's about no one was anticipating.
3 weeks ago it hadn't even been mentioned, and here we are, having spoken to Frank Warren, the promoter, in the aftermath of the contest, having spoken also to Shelley Finkel, the American co-manager of Deontay Wilder, whose time in boxing goes back to the likes of Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield and the heavyweight division of the 1980s and the 1990s, and they are saying that this fight is done. All they're waiting to confirm is the venue and the date, but this has all the makings of being the biggest fight in the world this year. It might not be the most special fight, but in terms of garnering worldwide attention, this is going to take some shifting as the fight of the year.
Let's end with tennis. Former world number 1 Novak Djokovic became the first player to win all 9 Masters 1000 tournaments with a victory over Roger Federer in Cincinnati. We can hear from him now.
It was difficult coming into the match knowing that I've lost to him every single time I played him on this court. But at the same time, I felt good about my chances, because I felt like I was starting to play better and better as the tournament progressed, and I was kind of raising the level of tennis, and just a perfect match today.
That's it for the Joy Sports Centre. We're still building up to the Joy Sports Invitational on the 1st of September at the Lizzie Sports Complex. My name is George Addy Jr. Still here with me.
All right.
King Daniel.
Thank you very much. George, you know the last post that I saw on Facebook about Man U's game?
What exactly?
Said that it's the morning after a team has been run over by the Albion truck. The only credible team in red,
oh my God,
is Asante Kotoko.
And someone says that Manchester United lost because they played against 2 teams, Brighton and Hove Albion. Anyway, I'm out of here.
And that was George Addo Jr. bringing us the Joy